Do you have someone in your life that makes you feel really ill at ease, really unnerved? Is there somebody who seems nice, but there's something about them that doesn't seem quite right? Or is there someone in your life who never takes responsibility for their bad behavior, who continuously lets you down, lies, cheats, or does bad things that you witness and they have like literally no guilt over it? This person could be a sociopath. In this video, I'm going to run through some key indicators that somebody in your life could be a sociopath. So how can you tell if they are? Let's start with the more obvious signs. Sociopaths tend to have an empty or blank stare or facial expression. In situations when you expect them to have emotion or when you're having emotion, they don't seem to register it. They might just look blankly. You could tell a joke, they might look blankly, or maybe something horrific has happened and they don't seem too fazed about it. Somebody who is very stone-faced and difficult to sort of like change their mood or their settings is likely to be a sociopath. Now, don't get sociopathy confused with stoicism. Some people simply know how to control their emotions. It doesn't mean they're not feeling them. It just means that they're not expressing them. So you need to really watch out for this pattern whereby you might be getting closer to somebody, but there isn't really an increase in the emotions and there isn't really an increase in them opening up to you. Next, I want to talk about latching on and sharing of personal information. You may meet somebody at work or somebody on a dating website, and they might latch onto you very, very quickly. They suddenly want to know a lot about you. Sociopaths will scan and basically try and analyze you before they get involved. They want to know that you're worth their time and that you're a good victim for them, basically. They want to see what your weaknesses are. They may probe you to find this out. Never tell people your biggest fears. A sociopath will find out your fears and they will operate based on that around you. So if you do have someone in your life that seems to want to know a little bit too much about you too soon, or who doesn't really seem to be giving you much information about them, they may be a sociopath. Targeted abuse. Sociopaths will pick a target. This is again very prominent in the workplace, especially in people with high positions. They may find specific people that they want to bully, that they're going to target, and everybody else will be none the wiser. This is a very key indicator as to somebody being a sociopath, is that people will have mixed reviews about them. Some people will say this person's fantastic, what a great leader, such a generous person. Other people will say they are terrified of this person, that they feel like they're always being bullied and can never do enough. And that leads me to my next point. Parasitic lifestyle. Sociopaths live parasitic lifestyles. If it's a romantic relationship, you'll find that you are being used. You will find very early on, you'll be starting to pay for everything. They may have forgotten their wallet, they may have been robbed, or they may have any other story as to why they can't pay this time again. And it's always going to be someone's fault, their mum, their brother, their sister, their dog, the government, who knows. They may have some victim story about their life, that they got kicked out of their house or they're homeless and they have to live with you. They will cry, they will play the victim, and they will get into your life and live off you like a parasite. In the workplace, this person will get you to do all the hard work and then take all the glory. Parasitic. All right? So these people will use you. And because they do have this sense of authority, they do have a sense of authority because they don't care about anything and they don't care about your feelings and they don't care about anyone's feelings. And that is very empowering. When you have no feelings and no guilt, it's super, super empowering. So if you have someone in your life that just always has an excuse as to why they need you to help them, yet again, they could be a sociopath. Pathological lying. Does this person have grandiose, crazy stories that just don't seem like they could even be a lie because they're that crazy? Do you find yourself sometimes hearing this person contradict themselves, but you again second guess yourself because they have authority, they have an authoritative voice in your life? So you may often question yourself. And this is where it begins to spiral very quickly, because they will first of all come out as a victim or somebody very nice, somebody that you need to help. So you'll feel like you're in control. You'll feel like you have the upper hand. because you're the one that has the money, right? You're the one that has the apartment. You're the one doing all the hard work. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. This is exactly where they want you, in a position where you think you know what's going on, when they actually have a completely different strategy going on behind closed doors. And it gives them great joy to know that you haven't cottoned on to their game, to their strategy, to the way they're going to manipulate you and continue to use you until you literally have nothing left to give. And that's what these people do. They won't stop coming back until you stop giving what they're getting. If you question this person and their stories, they will turn it around on you and they will say that you're imagining it. You will have a conversation with this person where they tell you they're going to be home at 7 p.m. and when they get home at 1 a.m., they will tell you they never said that. Or they'll tell you there was an old lady on the street and they had to take her to the hospital and it was crazy and they were talking to the police and they had to go through this whole thing and it was crazy. But they have absolutely no evidence to back up this story, and you probably have counter evidence, and they will still deny it. So unfortunately, if you do allow a person like this to stay around, or if you do stay in that job working underneath that boss or stay in that relationship, you are going to become more and more unable to differentiate between reality and fantasy, between what this person is telling you is the truth and what really is the truth. And so they will sit and watch you squirm. They love it as you start to get confused and flustered and question them. You'll also see, if you're very, very good and watchful, it's called dupers delight. Now, this is a very typical habit of a sociopath. When they're not meant to be happy about something, for example, you catch them cheating. They may be sitting there with a slight smirk on their face. The corners of their mouth will be slightly turned up. They are slightly showing joy. Not that they can overly feel too much joy, but whatever joy they can feel, that momentary glee. When they know that they've done something wrong and they get off on it. They genuinely get off on it. So those are some very brief explanations of ways you can tell if someone's in your life being a parasite, a manipulator, a pathological liar. If you already know that this person is doing all this, you should definitely cut them off anyway, regardless of whether they're a sociopath or not. So I'm going to leave it there, guys, and I will be back with another video of a similar topic next time. Goodbye.